Greetings, Golden State Warriors fans. The Utah Jazz doesn't want to release Markkanen without proper compensation. The big question is whether the Warriors are willing to pay the price the Jazz is asking. But first, we're only 500 subscribers away from 1,000. Click subscribe and help our channel grow even more. Leave a like and activate the notification bell. Now let's get into the news. Golden State has draft picks that might attract Danny Ainge, but the major question is, which young talents from the Warriors are actually available? It all depends on how GM Mike Dunleavy values the team's young players. Dunleavy needs to decide whether to bet on the future or seek a key piece now to maximize the remaining years of Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. Speaking of young talents, all eyes are on Brandon Podziemski. This second-year player is crucial for these negotiations. The Jazz wants Podziemski as the centerpiece of the trade, but the Warriors consider this 21-year-old a favorite within the organization. We're at an impasse, folks. Is it worth trading a promising young player for someone like Markkanen, who at 27 still has a lot to offer but might not fit into Utah's youth movement? Let's be honest, impasses eventually get resolved. Either the Jazz will lower their price or the Warriors will give in, and honestly, I think the latter is more likely. Markkanen is a huge talent, and while he doesn't fit exactly into Utah's young profile, he could be the difference maker the Warriors need for a significant push. Yes, Podziemski is already a winner, but he's not at Markkanen's level. Now let's be realistic. If the Dubs don't land Markkanen, what's the next step? There are viable alternatives on the trade market. The reality is Golden State is one step away from making an impact in the West, but that step is crucial. We need a star who can contribute now, not in 2 or 3 years. Here are 2 backup plans for the Warriors if the Markkanen deal doesn't materialize. Trae Young to the Warriors. Is this a future possibility or just a distant dream? Let's analyze. First, understand the current situation of the Atlanta Hawks. They are at a crossroads between restructuring the team and starting a rebuild. Trae Young won't tolerate losing for long. He wants to win and quickly. The interesting part, how can the Warriors get involved? We could involve the Spurs as a third team, trading prospects like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody to return Atlanta's picks to their original owner. Sounds complicated, right? But in the NBA, where there's a will, there's a way. The idea of having Trae Young and Stephen Curry together is intriguing but also problematic. Modern NBA has moved away from small player formations, and defense would be a major concern with Young and Curry together. However, imagine this scenario for a moment. Young is one of the most prolific offensive engines in the NBA. He's a lethal shooter with elite ball handling and court vision. Opposing defenses would have nightmares trying to contain Young and Curry at the same time. If Young can adapt to the Warriors' style and work hard off the ball, they would become nearly impossible to defend. But what do you think, fans? Is it worth trying something so innovative and risky? The combination of Young and Curry could take the Warriors to the next level, or could be a defensive disaster waiting to happen. Jimmy Butler, a name that could shake the Warriors' structure. Butler is undoubtedly one of the most realistic stars the Golden State can aim for. He loves Miami, but the truth is Butler will eventually want his money, and the Heat doesn't seem willing to offer a full max extension. He could become a free agent next summer, and if negotiations stall, who's to say the Heat won't try to trade him? After 2 consecutive seasons finishing in 8th place, it's clear that the current formula in Miami isn't working. Eric Spoelstra is an excellent coach, but the roster around Butler and Bam Adebayo is far from competitive. If trade rumors involving Butler heat up in the middle of the season, you can bet that Golden State will be at the forefront. Yes, there are risks. Butler isn't a great three-point shooter, but with Curry, Buddy Hield, and Podziemski by his side, this would be less problematic. Butler also tends to slow down during the regular season, but with Curry leading the charge, this would be more manageable. And let's be honest, Butler is old by NBA standards, but the same goes for the Warriors core. He would fit perfectly into our win-now timeline. Imagine the dynamic between Butler and Draymond Green. It would be a show to see these 2 fierce competitors on the same team. What do you think, fans? Is it worth bringing Butler to the Warriors? Is he the player who can take us back to the top? If Butler hits the trade market, the Warriors are likely the favorites to land him, especially if they miss out on Markkanen. Before we finish, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and activate the notification bell to not miss any updates about the Warriors. See you next time.